Yehi brings a very dark and gloomy glare about him. He is obsessed, he is incensed, he is just absolutely focused beyond comprehension to annihilate anybody in front of him. Yehi, to me, has a very unhealthy disposition, while Bennett's disposition has made Bennett the best version of himself he's ever been.
A world-class contest here. A man who says that he's built different versus a man who's more motivated than anybody I've ever seen set foot into a wrestling ring. Yehi versus Bennett, both men sizing one another up right now.
And while I said that Bennett is the best he's ever been, that's true. Yehi is the most fiercely competitive that he's ever been throughout this entire run here in AAW. Yehi did things to try to retain that AAW championship or get back in the running that I don't think any human with a conscience would be able to live with themselves doing.
No, needle nose pliers and a brick becoming best friends with the Savage Weight. Beautiful, beautiful ankle pick there. And it's the little things that Yehi does. It's the snap on his headlock takeover. The fact that he goes to that low ankle pick right there. The way that he drives a boot into his opponent. He doesn't go toe first, he goes heel first. He every strike that he throws, he tries to inflict as much pain and damage as he can.
What I like to say, Tyler, is it is the little things because there are no little things, because Yehi makes the little things into big things. And they become difference makers. And they become, and you can see just the smoothness to get that single leg pick of Mike Bennett. Bennett has done a lot of great things. Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion, World Television Champion, of course, the Honor No More, wreaking havoc in recent months. But as Mike Bennett faced a competitor like Fred Yehi, is there a competitor like Fred Yehi out there?
Well, it's a man who, he says it time and time again. I'm built different. And it's not just words for Fred Yehi. These are truer words have never been spoken.
And what do you make of the fact that it's Bennett waving his hand forward and almost daring Yehi to come in on the attack?
Well, you talk to Mike Bennett, and you just, obviously the motivation's there. You see that every morning on his social media, post at 3:30 in the morning, awake, going to the gym. Devoted family man, like you said. Mike Bennett coming here in the AAW, he knows he has everything to prove. There's doubters, there's naysayers, there's people that are out there that say, Mike Bennett can't keep up with the AAW style. Mike Bennett can't keep up with the best AAW has to offer. And when you tell somebody that's a world-class athlete and competitor, you can't keep up with somebody, that sends him into a different mind frame. And for Mike Bennett, that makes him more motivated and dangerous than he's ever been.
Pro wrestling is all about making your own luck and dictating those opportunities and dictating how these matchups work. Bennett, he's not the quickest man in pro wrestling history, but he is one of the smartest. He can be cerebral. He can out-wrestle you and out-strategize you. But the thing is, Yehi's mind is meticulous. It's like a calculator. It doesn't turn off. So Bennett will have to and has woken up pretty early in the morning to outthink Yehi. But I think this matchup will be won or lost mentally more so than physically.
And the arm is not supposed to bend at the elbow that way, Joe.
Not at all, but Yehi enjoys watching the human anatomy contort in the opposite way it's meant to.
One thing that Yehi always does, he doesn't wrestle his opponent's match. He wrestles his match. He makes his opponent come face the style that Fred Yehi likes to bring to the table.
Yeah. What about the battle between Fred Yehi and Gnarls Garvin a month ago?
Oh, a match that everybody said stole the show. Knocked us off of our live feed for a little bit.
But you know what Yehi said after that matchup? He said, I don't care about having a good matchup. I'm here to win. I'm here to get back to the championship. Yehi got a lot of praise across the internet and in the locker room. Yehi brushed it off, couldn't give a damn less.
And for Bennett, he's realizing, I'm getting this opportunity to showcase my talents against the very best that the independent wrestling scene has to offer. I cannot afford to go 0-2.
Right. And Mike Bennett is somebody, you've seen it before here in AAW. I think Daniel Garcia was a great example last year. Somebody that came in, had a high-profile matchup, stole the show, and even through a loss, earned their way back in to be a part of this roster. And, I go for the Koji clutch.
It's like a piranha.
Yeah.
Stays on the attack. And just like that, Bennett was able to roll through, but Yehi, the way that he throws those boots, the way that he throws his entire body into the attack, he is simply put built different.
There is a physicality and an urgency in everything Yehi does. Yehi, it's almost as if he has to stomp through the body of Bennett to find a reason to survive here. It's like his life depends on annihilating and tearing apart Bennett.
And a short head scissors here now by the Savage weight.
Tyler, to finish our point, Bennett earned his way back into AAW in that Josh Alexander matchup, but there's no charity cases here. You've got to win to stick around, and Bennett has a tough draw now 2 times out, a tight cradle by Yehi, and Bennett doesn't want charity. Bennett wants to be the best and wants to prove himself time in and time out. That's why this match is so intriguing to me. It's almost must win on both sides.
The way that Bennett was clasping his hands made it a little bit easier to rotate that shoulder off the mat. It's those little instincts that come into play when you're a veteran such as Bennett. But just like that, one shot is all it takes for Fred Yehi.
And the vertical leap, Yehi is coming down from, 5-6 feet in the air with all the impact of that knee that he drives forward at just the right time. Again, the most out of everything. There is not one body part of Yehi that moves in that ring accidentally. It is all with precision.
Let's say Bennett picks up this victory here tonight over Fred Yehi. Put yourself in his shoes. If you're Mike Bennett, what's your next opportunity? What's the next shot that you're going to try and call here in AAW, Joe?
If I'm Mike Bennett, I want another shot at Josh Alexander. Because not only did Bennett come just a hair away from a potential victory, but also Josh Alexander is now the world champion of my primary place of employment. So that's a double win for Bennett if he can beat Josh Alexander in AAW and in Impact Wrestling.
I have to agree with you on that. Now put yourself on the other end of the token. If you're Fred Yehi, you pick up this victory. What shot do you want next?
Well, Yehi, I think, is focused on whoever has that championship,
yes,
which right now is Matt Fitchett. And I'll flip that around. If Yehi is not successful, what does he do from here? I don't know, but I don't want to be in the same room.
No, I think, that's...
Yehi's the kind of guy, he does not take no for an answer. You saw a minute ago, Bennett kicked out of the fall. What did Yehi do? Try 6 or 7 more falls.
Oh, and a spinning back fist collides with the jaw of Mike Bennett.
And looking for that rear naked choke.
I don't think you don't want to send somebody as sadistic as the Savage way back to the drawing board.
No.
Because then you give them time to think.
Look how frantic that Bennett was flailing looking for the rope. That tells me Yehi had that cinched in deep and tight, and Bennett could sense those lights begin to fade. I think Bennett, had he not found the ropes, Yehi would have ground Bennett, gotten right into that Koji clutch, didn't let go of the body, and this match may already have been over.
Bennett's in a bad way here. Yehi has just been relentless in this attack so far, but just like that, short arm reversal and a chop by Bennett himself. That Boston Strong style coming into play, but Yehi, the Savage weight, cuts him off at the pass.
And the one thing about Bennett, he is double tough, and he's got such a purpose to fight now.
Is that rear naked going one more time? Bennett was trying to find his way out the back door, looking for a backdrop driver. Repeated elbow strikes. Oh, and a rolling elbow.
Tyler, there is nothing that Yehi can do to Bennett that life hasn't already. And Bennett has overcome, persevered, and come out stronger. And that's a driving force of Bennett because he believes he can overcome all adversity, even somebody with as unsettling eyes and the demeanor of Fred Yehi, the Savage weight.
Yehi goes to shoot him off the ropes. Bennett, stops dead in his track, catches him with that boot. Oh, and now throwing a couple open hand strikes. Yehi doing his best to cover up, but Bennett boots him. And a backdrop sends him crashing to the mat. Yehi sizes him up with a chop of his own. And, that might have awoken something in Mike Bennett.
And whatever it didn't awake, Bennett's going to try to wake up himself. Give me your best shot, Fred Yehi.
Oh.
Keep him guessing.
Just when you think he's going to go right, he goes left, right into a savant kick. Bennett. Vertical suplex, hooks the leg, high cover. Oh, Yehi able to kick out at the last second. And a spear from Bennett takes Yehi down. Bennett taking it into a second gear, Dombrowski.
I like Bennett cinching in on those covers, getting the most out of things, all the weight on the shoulders. Oh, and Bennett.
Oh, London Dungeon.
Yeah, London Dungeon. Bennett had picked up his knee for a split second before that kick out, almost to brace himself to transition. But that's ancient history now. Yehi has to resist the urge to tap out. All of Bennett's weight are bending that elbow and arm backwards behind the back of Yehi.
And if I'm Bennett, I'm looking to get off that forearm a little bit. I'm looking to grab my bicep, put as much pressure on that hold as I can. Yehi with the reversal, able to roll out. But just like that, Bennett going back to the well again, breaks him down with an arm bar. Yehi crawling for dear life to the ropes, able to roll him off.
We talked so much about the meticulous nature of Fred Yehi, but don't forget Bennett is such a student of the game as well. And everywhere Bennett has been, he has been successful. He has achieved. He has excelled. There's no reason to believe AAW will be any different.
Oh, and a chop to the chest. Yehi and Bennett firing on all cylinders against one another.
Yehi, what is that, his knee pad in his mouth, almost biting down on it to try to mask the pain?
Oh, breaks the hold, and another chop from Bennett. Yehi grabs that cravat, looking to crank the neck. Oh, Bennett able to break down.
Yehi was trying to neutralize Bennett. I think Yehi could feel that momentum swinging to Bennett's favor.
Oh!
Takes the knee.
Just like that, a chop block.
You can see, Tyler, that Yehi, the gears were turning internally. He was looking for a way out. The first plan was only temporary. The second plan, a major difference maker. And that's why Yehi, he's almost like a human computer with the way he strategizes. It's like playing chess against a computer on expert level. Yehi just always knows the counters. And Bennett trying to push away. Yehi looking for a submission of some sort, and Yehi wrenching that knee and leg further. This is not necessarily Yehi's normal main focus, but he transcended it. Look at Koji Clutch.
Koji Clutch able to cinch that leg in, and now those short rabbit punches. Bennett's in a bad way. Yehi able to lock that submission in almost out of nowhere,
Bennett's
instinctually, and Bennett has no choice. I don't think he tapped out. I think he passed out.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutalized.
11 minutes, 48 seconds. Your winner, the Savage Weight, Fred Yehi.
Mike Bennett could not defend himself. He went limp, and the referee made the right